New Year's Evil is a slasher film that takes place on New Year's. It's about a man who calls himself Evil, and he calls Blaze. She's like this rock star babe who is doing a telephone thing for like New Year's, and he threatens her and says that he will kill someone close to her every hour till midnight, and basically starts doing it. So this killer wears disguises and sneaks into places to kill women, and the police can't catch him. And finally it culminates into a final finale where the Evil tries to kill her at midnight for the ultimate way to cap off the night, basically. So this is about like a misogynist who doesn't like women, who wants to like kill women. But that's not really, I don't know, I mean, a lot of the kills are done off screen. There's not a lot of thrill factor because the killer basically seduces women, then gets them alone, and then finishes them off, mostly off screen. So it's not the greatest in terms of a slasher. It feels more of a crime thriller, like a serial killer movie, instead of a slasher. The finale is okay. Honestly, not that memorable. Yeah, this movie just didn't leave an impression on me, really. I guess they just picked a random theme and said, we haven't done a New Year's slasher, let's do a New Year's slasher, that'll do. Because there's like 10 Christmas related ones, so there's probably a slasher for every holiday, Thanksgiving, the Easter slashers, yeah. So a New Year's Evil, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Curtains is a Canadian slasher movie. It's about Stryker. He is a big shot movie producer who's working with an actress, and he wants her to play Aldra. And he feels like she doesn't have the chops for it. So she decides to allow herself to be enrolled into a mental asylum so she can learn to be mentally unstable. And she stays there for too long, and he keeps trying to get her to leave, and she won't, so he just leaves her in there. And she escapes to get revenge. However, he has invited 6 new ingenues and 5 up-and-coming actresses and 1 veteran to his cabin, so that he can have them face off against each other in an acting battle, so that he can give the role to some new talent. And of course, one of them ends up getting killed at the beginning by a person wearing a mask, and then the actress from the beginning of the movie shows up too, and we're not sure who the killer is. Is it Stryker? Is it one of the girls? Is it the actress lady? The kills themselves are not that great. It's a very low budget film, but I really like the characters. They're all very memorable. One of them's like a figure skater, one of them's a dancer, one of them's a stand-up comedian, one of them's the veteran, one of them's a newbie, and they all have their own unique personalities, even though the movie itself isn't that thrilling. There's a pretty decent chase at the end of the movie, and I liked the actor who plays Stryker. He's in a lot of stuff. But overall, yeah, Curtains was okay, but it's elevated by the decent performances and personalities of the main cast over the killer anyway. So I give Curtains a 6 out of 10.